Even before the army of Frederick the Redbeard marched across these green pastures 1,000 years ago, cows grazed freely in the primeval stillness of Valle Padana, at the edge of the forests and swamps, where the Cistercian and Benedictine monks had set up the farms that would one day become today's agricultural communities and villages. The story of Grana Padano begins here. In one farm called the Grangia Farm, from the French word for granary, owned by Chiaravalle Abbey, southeast of Milan, founded in the year 1134 by Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, the friars invented a truly special cheese, first calling it Caseus Vetus, old cheese, and then calling it Grana. The word grana in Latin means grain, and was suggested by the consistency of the cheese. Praying and working, the monks looked up into heaven as they sank their hands into the vats of fresh milk and worked the savory cheese that they eventually began selling to the public to raise funds for the monastery. The incredible discovery made by the monks came quite by chance. They already knew how to make soft cheese from the rennet that they extracted from the stomachs of their cows. One day, one of these cheeses came to be accidentally heated, and the curd that dripped out was used to make a denser cheese that lasted much longer than the fresh cheese they normally made. This also proved to be an excellent way of using the surplus quantity of the milk they milked from their cows. Almost miraculously, Grana Padano cheese had been born. Word of this amazing discovery quickly spread throughout Lombardy and then beyond. The monks began producing this new hard cheese in a separate area, where they installed special cauldrons and established and followed strict rules that were written down on parchment scrolls and kept in secrecy for centuries. This was the birth of a new profession, the Cazzaro, or cheesemaker, the lay brother or farmer who created this cheese inside the monastery under the close supervision of the monks. The first caselli, the special wooden huts in which Grana Padano was produced, were constructed in the Lombardy and Emilia regions, and then began springing up all over the countryside around Lodi, Codogno, Crema, Cremona, Brescia, and Piacenza. After that, Grana Padano soon began moving across regional borders, and by the end of the 12th century, you could buy it anywhere in northern Italy. Not only from the monks, but also at country fairs and city markets, where the first Grana Padano dealers set up offices in the leading towns. If you wanted the Grana Padano that they produced in Lodi, you asked for Lodesano, but you could also ask for Piacentino, Parmesano, or Milanese. Taking Saint Benedict's rule to heart, the monks also invented a law that regulated competition in the cheese market. The price of their cheese always had to be slightly lower than the prices charged by their competitors. Who was the first of the famous people to taste Grana Padano cheese? Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I, also known as Barbarossa or Redbeard, most certainly had the occasion to taste the wonderful cheese in the year 1158 in Piacenza, as did his grandson Frederick II in the year 1237, prior to his crushing victory over the Lombard League near the city of Bergamo. More than 2.5 centuries later, 2 years after the discovery of America, Charles VIII, King of France, received the gift of a number of large wheels of cheese from Count Landi of Piacenza. While in 1512, the Bishop of Milan sent Pope Paul III a few wheels of Lodesano cheese with the following description: in the form of a wheel, grainy and flavorous, such to the point to fill the mouth with great flavor. Things are different today, and if Grana Padano was once served only at the tables of kings, nobles, and prelates, it has now become a priceless gift that we all can enjoy.